Good morning, students. Now let's start with the remaining exercise of exercises 10.2. We have done till question number 8. Now let's start with the question number 9 of exercise 10.2. So what is sum number 9? Sum number 9 is in the given figure. So this figure is given to you. X, y and x dash y dash are two parallel tangents. So this is one tangent xy and this is the second tangent x dash y dash, which are parallel to each other, to a circle with center O and another tangent AB with point of contact C intersecting xy at A and x dash y at B. So there is another tangent which intersects xy at point A, x dash y dash at point B, touching the circle at point C. And we have to prove that angle AOB means this is AO and this is B. Means this angle, we have to show this angle is equals to 90. Now these points, let us consider these points are given as P and Q according to the figure. Now see how to prove it. Since we know that the two tangents, they are they are parallel to each other if they are at the end of the diameter. So it means PQ must be a diameter. If PQ is a diameter, then OP and OQ, they must are the radius of the circle. So one construction we have to draw, just join OC. So first construction is join OC. Let us consider two triangles AOP and AOC. In triangle AOP and triangle AOC. So let us see what three conditions are given to you. We can take OP is equals to OC. These are the radii of same circle. Second, we can say OA is equals to OA, that is equals to common. And third, AP must be equals to AC. These are the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. So we get the three conditions. It means that triangle AOP must be congruent to triangle. This is AOP and this is AOC. Now what is the condition? We have taken all the three sides, so it can be proved by SSS. Now if two triangles are congruent, can I say angle 1 must be equals to angle 2? This is by CPCT. Now if angle 1 equals to 2, similarly we can prove that angle 3 is equals to angle 4 by proving these two triangles BOC and BOQ as congruent triangles. So we can say similarly we can prove that angle 3 must be equals to angle 4, again by simplicity. Now you can see from the figure POQ is a straight line. Therefore, can I say angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 must be equals to 180 degree. This is straight angle. But angle 1 equals to angle 2, so we can take it as twice of 2. Since 3 equals to 4, we can take twice of angle 3, and that is equals to 180 degree. So divide both sides by 2. So we get angle 2 plus angle 3 must be equals to 90 degree. So you can clearly see from the figure that angle 2 and angle 3 makes an angle AOB. So it means this implies angle AOB must be equals to 90 degree. So this is question number 9. So let's see the question number 10. Now question number 10 is prove that the angle between the two tangents drawn from external point to a circle. So let us consider the figure. If this is a circle with center O and there are two tangents drawn from external point. Let us take P is the external point and PA and PB are the two tangents to a circle. Is supplementary to the angle subtended by the line segment joining the points of contact at the center. So, angle formed between these two tangents and angle formed by two line segments OA and OB means angle AOB. We have to show that these two angles are supplementary angles. Means we have to prove angle P plus angle O must be equals to 180 degree. So, it's a very simple question. We know that APBO is a quadrilateral and we know that the sum of the quadrilateral is equals to 360 degree. Out of these four angles, two angles we already know according to theorem 10.1. So we are able to find the rest of the two angles. So you can say AOBP is a quadrilateral. Therefore, angle A plus angle P plus angle B plus angle O that must be equals to 360 degree by angle sum property of quadrilateral. But angle A equals to angle B, both are equals to 90 degree. This is by theorem 10.1. That is, the radius and the tangent at the same point of contact are perpendicular to each other. Now substitute these values here. In place of A at 90 degree, P remains same, B is again 90 degree, O remains same, so this is equals to 360 degree. So we get angle P plus angle O, so 90 plus 90 is 180. Subtract 180 from 360, we get 180 degree. Or you can say angle APB plus angle AOB must be equals to 180 degree, or these two angles are supplementary angles. So this is question number 10. So let's come to question number 11. Question number 11. Prove that the parallelogram circumscribing a circle is a rhombus. Suppose this is a parallelogram and we are having a circle inscribed inside the parallelogram. So this sum we have just done in question number 8. If we have given ABCD as a parallelogram, and the question is, if parallelogram is circumscribing a circle, then that parallelogram must be a square. So this we have to prove it. Sorry, it must be a rhombus, not a square. Sorry. Let us take AP must be equals to AS, PB must be equals to BQ, DR must be equals to DS, and CR must be equals to CQ. The reason is same. The tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. On adding, we get AP plus PB plus DR plus CR must be equals to AS plus DS plus BQ plus CQ. So this we have already done in question number 11. So AP plus PB becomes AB, DR plus CR becomes CD, AS and DS becomes AD, and BQ and CQ plus becomes BC. So this part we have proved in question number 8. Now we have to show if ABCD is a parallelogram and it is circumscribing a circle, then this ABCD must be a rhombus. And we know that if we prove that the adjacent sides of a parallelogram are equal, then the parallelogram becomes a rhombus. So we know that in parallelogram opposite sides are equal. Means AB is equals to CD and AD is equals to BC. Opposite sides of a parallelogram, they are always equal. So we can substitute this value here. If AB and CD are equal, can I write AB plus CD as twice of AB? Similarly, if AD and BC are equal, that becomes twice of AD. So we can cancel this too. Now we can clearly see that the adjacent sides of a parallelogram are equal. So ABCD must be a rhombus. So since the adjacent sides of a parallelogram are equal, then it will be a rhombus. So this implies ABCD is a rhombus. So this is what the question number 11 is. Is okay, students? So let's come to question number 12. Now see what the question number 12 is. A triangle ABC is drawn to circumscribe a circle of radius 4 cm. So let us take this as a triangle ABC circumscribing a circle, means a circle is drawn touching all its sides. radius is given as 4 centimeters. So let us suppose this is a center. So this radius is equals to 4 centimeters. So we can say this is also 4 centimeter and this is also equals to 4 centimeters, since all are the radius of the same circle. Then it divides the BC into two parts. Now the point is that a triangle ABC is drawn to circumscribe the circle of radius 4 centimeters such that the segments BD and BC they are divided into by the point of contact D, which are of length 8 centimeter and 6 centimeter respectively. Find the side AB and AC of this point. So let us take this point as E, this point as F. Since we know that the tangents drawn from external point to a same circle they are equal, it means if BD is 8 centimeter, then BF also becomes 8 centimeter. If DC is equal to 6, CE also becomes 6. So let us consider AF as X, so that AE will also be equals to X. So let us see how to start this question. BD is equals to BF, both are equals to 8 centimeter. CD is equals to CE, both are equals to 6 centimeter. So let AF must be equals to AE equals to X, let us suppose. So reason of all these three statements is tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. So this is the reason which we have already done. So we get this is as 8, so BF is equals to 8. Since CD is 6, CE is also equal to 6. We have supposed that AF is equals to X, so that AE must be equal to X. Now can I say AB must be equals to X plus 8 centimeter, that is X plus 8. Let us consider as small a. Similarly, BC. BC is equals to 8 plus 6, that is equals to 14 centimeter. Let it be equals to B. Third one, AC, that is equals to X plus 6, which will be equals to C. So let us consider these three sides as A, B and C. Now let's find the area of the triangle by Heron's formula. So we know that S is equals to, that is semi-perimeter is equals to A plus B plus C divided by 2, or we get S is equals to X plus 8 plus 14 plus X plus 6 divided by 2. That is equals to 2X, this is 22 and this 28 divided by 2. You can take 2 common and cancel with this 2, so that the S must be equals to X plus 14. Now let us find the area of triangle ABC by Heron's formula, that is S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. So what is S? We have recently calculated S as X plus 14. Now this is X plus 14, this is the first bracket. So what is S minus A? A is X plus 8. It means if I subtract X plus 8 from X plus 14, X is cancelled with X and we get 14 minus 8, that is equals to 6. So this is the value of S minus A. So similarly S minus B. So when we subtract 14 from this, 14 is cancelled. So we get S minus B equal to X. Third, similarly X plus 14 minus X minus 6, we get 8. So let us keep this area as equation number 1. Now, if I join OA, OB and OC, we get three triangles AOB, BOC and AOC. If I add all these areas, can I say sum of all these three areas must be equals to the area of triangle ABC? So after finding the sum of the areas of these three triangles, we will equate this with this area to get the value of x, and then we are able to find what is AB and AC. So let us find, or we can say area of triangle ABC must be equals to area of triangle, that is AOB, plus area of triangle, that is BOC, plus area of triangle, that is AOC. So since radius and tangent are always perpendicular according to theorem 10.1, this area we have already calculated, that is we are given x plus 14, this is 6, this is x and this is here. Keep it as such, equals to area of triangle AOB. Can I say this is half base into height? Base is x plus 8 and the height is 4. So this is half, base is x plus 8, height is 4. Similarly, area of triangle BOC, base is 14 and the height is 4. So again this is half base into height. Now comes to third one. In third the base is x plus 6 but the height remains 4. So we can cancel 2 with 4 in all the cases. So let's come to the part, to the remaining part of this question. Now left hand side we have to keep that as such, x plus 14, this is 6, x and this is 8. Now just see, 2 multiplied by x, 2 multiplied by 8, this becomes 2x plus 16, this is 28, and the third one is 2x plus 12. So when I add all these values, I get 4x plus 56, or I can take 4 out of common from these two to get x plus 14. Now squaring both sides. Now what we get? If we square this side, the root will be cancelled. Rest all the values remain same. And on that side, square of 4 is 16 and x plus 14 whole square remains same. Now when we equate these two, x plus 14 is cancelled with one bracket, that is x plus 14. This 8 is cancelled with 16 to get 2. This 2 is cancelled with this 6 to get 3. So we are left 3x, and on this side we are left with 14. That is a simple linear equation, we got it. Bring x to this side, we get 2x is equals to 14, or this implies x is equals to 7. But our question is, what is the value of AB and AC? Now clearly you can see here, AB is equals to AB is equals to x plus 8, x is 7 plus 8, so AB becomes 15 centimeter. Again substitute the value of x here, that is 7 plus 6, So we get 13 centimeter, and these are the answer to question number 12. Is it okay, students? So let's come to question number 13, which is the last one. Now see what is question number 13. Prove that the opposite sides of a quadrilateral circumscribing a circle subtend supplementary angles at the center of the circle. So let us suppose that this is any quadrilateral circumscribing a circle with center O. We have to prove the sum of the opposite angles formed by opposite side of this quadrilateral is supplementary. Means we have to show angle AOB plus angle COB is equals to 180 degree, or similarly angle AOD plus angle BOC must be equals to 180 degree. Now see, let's see how to do it. So in here, let us take point P, Q, R and S. By construction, we have to join OR, OQ, OP and OS. And let this angle be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So first of all, we have to write the construction, that is join OP, OQ, OR and OS. Now if you remember, we have done question number 9 in which we have shown that angle COB is equals to 90 degree. So the process is absolutely same as we have done question number 9, that we have to show that these two triangles ROC and QOC, prove that these two triangles are congruent. So written in triangle ROC and triangle QOC. So what is given? OR is equals to OQ. That is the radii of the same circle. Then we are having RC is equals to QC, that is theorem 10.2, tangents drawn from an external point to a circle RE. And the third one is OC is equals to OC, that is common. So we have taken the three conditions. Therefore, triangle ROC is congruent to triangle QOC, that is by RSS. So by CPCT we get angle 1 is equals to angle 2. Now if angle 1 equals to 2, if I take these two triangles, we must get angle 3 is equals to angle 4. Similarly, angle 5 must be equals to angle 6 and angle 7 is equals to angle 8. So similarly, we can prove that angle 3 equals to angle 4, angle 4 equals to angle angle 5 is equals to angle 6 and angle 7 is equals to angle 8. Now can I say angle 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8, this is equals to 360 degree. Can I call it as complete angle? because this complete angle means the angle of the circle, that is equals to 360 degree. Let's combine these two. Since 1 equals to 2, so I can say this is twice of 1. Again 3 and 4 they are equal, so let it be twice of angle 4. 5 equal to 6, let it be twice of angle 5. 7 equals to 8, let us this is twice of angle 8, equals to 360 degree. Now divide both sides by 2, we get 1, angle 4, angle 5, angle 8, and that is equals to 180 degree. If I combine angle 1 with angle 8 and angle 4 with angle 5, what will we get? Now simply see what is 1 plus 8. 1 plus 8, can I say there is angle DOC? What is angle 4 plus 5? Is it AOB? So this is the question is, if we have proved that the sum of the angles formed by the opposite sides of a quadrilateral is always supplementary, means the sum of these two angles must be equals to 180 degree. So similarly we can prove that is the other pair, angle AOD plus angle BOC will also be equals to 180 degree. So it's all about this topic, circles. Thank you very much. We will meet you again with the next topic. So goodbye.